Alrighty. Whoa, I just smacked myself in the face. It would be backwards. Oh wait. Alright. We stay? We stay. I think that works. What you guys think? I think it's good. You can't, you can tell what it is, right? Too low? Oh, damn it. Oh, life is good. All right, that only took me 2 minutes. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Leia with Might and Main. It feels weird to say with something. And I'm featuring my beautiful balloons here because my birthday festivities have finally passed, but these bad boys are still standing, and numbered balloons have always made me so happy. So we're going to savor its last days of helium by featuring them on this video so I can forever look back and enjoy this moment. So welcome back to my channel. Today is the last day in the Surviving Your 20s series that I started 30 days ago. I am officially 30 as of last week, as I mentioned in my previous video. I feel like today's message is the most important, the biggest, the one that people need most to hear. And I'm sure I've touched on it in some of the other videos, but we're gonna talk about it in full today because it has been the biggest for me and I want to share it. I still follow actually, an influencer who started under the name Napnik. Her name is Nicole Walters. She's still in the public eye as far as social media goes, and she's just a really great person to follow. She's like a beautiful soul, and I love her. The lesson that she taught me, I've since heard it from others, but I heard it from her first, so I'm giving her the credit because this is where I learned it from, is no is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. You do not owe anyone explanations for not wanting to do something. Ever. Point blank, period. No, period. You don't need to explain. You don't need to say why. You don't need to justify. The reason why I'm keeping this for the last piece of advice and why I feel it's the most important and why it touches on everything that I've made a video on in this series is because it's going to help you in every single thing that we've talked about. I've got my list here, the playlist, which if you didn't know it was on a playlist, now you know. So you can just watch them in order, don't even gotta think or search, just look for the playlist. So, episode 1, we talked about finding your voice. Now, there's gonna be times where people challenge you when you're finding your voice or when you have found your voice and you know who you are. And it's okay to remove those people and say no. You know yourself, or you're starting to know yourself. And if you know the answer is no, it's okay to stop there. No is a complete sentence. In episode 2, we talked about giving less fucks. When it comes to giving less fucks, it's all about putting your priorities where it matters. And if the things that are coming up in your life are not priorities, you can say no to them. No is a complete answer. In episode 3, we talked about finding what you love and trying all the things, so to speak. You know when something isn't right for you. So when it comes to trying all the things, no is a complete answer. If you're sure that's not for you, step away. You don't have to explain yourself. No is a complete answer. In episode 4, we talked with my friend Sarit about slowing down the time and, really enjoying every moment. I want to encourage you here that no is a complete answer when things that are going to take you away from enjoying every moment arise. Something comes up that's really not important to you, no is a complete answer. Work wants you to do 6 or 7 days this week, no is a complete answer. Someone who is an acquaintance but you don't feel particularly close to wants to spend a weekend with you, no is a complete answer. You can explain yourself if you want, if you feel that's really necessary, but you are not obligated to. No is a complete answer. No, thank you, I won't be able to do that. I appreciate your needs, but I won't be able to do that. In episode 5, we talked about knowing your boundaries. In fact, the thumbnail even says, yeah, it's a no for me. And this one's probably the most apparent. If you know your boundaries, it's okay to be like, stop sign. No, not happening. Nope. That's okay. There is a period at the end of that sentence. You do not need to explain why your boundaries are your boundaries. You know yourself, you know what you can handle, you know what you're comfortable with. No is a complete sentence. In episode 6, we talked about giving ourselves grace and compassion when things aren't going as we had hoped. When we have a really high goal and we just fell short despite doing all the work. In this instance, I'm going to encourage you that no is a complete answer towards yourself. When you're beating yourself up, you say this: nope, we're not going there today. Nope, I'm not going to talk smack about myself. Nope, you're not going to beat yourself up. No, I will not sleep 3 hours to finish this. Yes, I will respect that I need more energy. Yes, I will sleep a little more because I am exhausted. Yes, I will go and take a break because I need to refresh myself. No is a complete answer. Put your foot down with yourself, because no, you should not be beating yourself up. In episode 7, we talked about learning yourself and knowing yourself. And the place that no is a complete sentence comes into play here is something really interesting happens when you start to learn yourself and know yourself and truly understand yourself. What happens is this little thing, and it's like a shift. You start to express your true self, and sometimes we're surrounded by people who have not evolved and who know us for who we were or for who we were presenting, even if that may not have been our true self that is now coming to light. Those people, unfortunately, will sometimes try to stop you from being your true self. Not usually facetiously, just because they don't know any better oftentimes. They'll ask you why you've changed, they'll ask you who is this new person, or they'll challenge you, they'll look down on the things that are coming to light as your true self. Sometimes we have to move on from those people, and sometimes we have to tell them, no, I'm not gonna let you do these things to me. This is who I am. I'm not a new person, I've always been this person. This isn't new, it's just never been expressed before. And those are the people that you have to tell no, and no is a complete answer. Now, if you want to tell them why you are who you are, or the things you've discovered, or how you've evolved, and all of the beautiful things that have been happening to you, that's your prerogative. But I will say this, a lot of the times the people who are telling you these things are probably in a place where they can't understand your evolution. You know, sometimes it's someone we care very deeply about, who we have a lot of history with, or who we've just grown up with and we've really considered friends at this point in time. But there's gonna be times where you might have to step back and say, no, I'm not going to let you interact with me in this way. This is who I am. And no matter what you have to say about it, I have to be who I am. And that is where no is a complete sentence. It's probably going to be the toughest lesson you learn, and it's going to be the most rewarding. And by this, I don't mean the no part. I mean backing up from people you've known your whole life, or even just a short time but have had an impact on you that was a positive one in the past. I encourage you to do it anyway, no matter how difficult it is. If stepping back is the right choice for you, I encourage you to go for it. It will become a part of your evolution. It'll be a hard part, but you won't become the person you're meant to be in the future without letting go of people who don't support your evolution. Now, cutting back from all the seriousness of that, some of y'all are gonna look at this video and be like, oh yeah, I know I should. And then you're not gonna do it. And then you're gonna find out you had to down the line, and you're gonna finally do it because it had to happen. And then you're gonna look back at this video or at any other person who has told you the same message and be like, damn, they were right. But when that happens, don't beat yourself up, because most of us don't listen to this advice when we're in our 20s. So, to recap, very simple. No is a complete sentence. I encourage you to embrace that, to live it. When you find yourself apologizing for saying no, step back and be like, oh, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to apologize. You don't need to explain. You can. You can if you want to, but you really don't have to. It is not an obligation. If it's not right for you, if it's not serving you, if it involves putting yourself down, no is a complete answer. Remember that. So that's it. That is the message. That is video / episode number 8 in the Surviving Your 20s series. And I have to say, I'm very proud of me sticking with it to the end of the month. I will say I have planned to do far more than 8 episodes. But as we learned in episode 6, we must give ourselves grace because life happens and rest is important. And yeah, so I'm happy. And 8 is my favorite number, so it's perfect. It's also like, when you write it, it's like half of a 3. So I mean, it's like this was planned by the universe in the first place. Alright, so all jokes aside, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I really hope you've enjoyed the series. If you haven't seen the series yet, and this is the first of all of the 8 episodes that you're watching, please go back and watch. There's a playlist on my channel. Just click on my name with Might and Main, go to my playlist and click Surviving Your 20s series, and you will see all of the first 7 episodes. I have nothing else to say other than go live your best life. Live with might and with main, and just do all the things. Do all the things that make you feel like you're living your best life, because life is too short not to. Okay? End of the day, that's the message. Just do the things you want to do. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful day. And I will see you in the next video, because there will be more videos, even though this series is over. This is not the end, I promise. So stick around, subscribe, like, share, comment, all the things. And I will see you then. Bye. Side note, I am considering in the future adding to this series, but not like on a weekly basis, just every once in a while as suggestions are made, as thoughts come up. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and let me know what you would like to see as far as advice for your 20s goes, or advice that you would have given yourself in your 20s now that you're towards the end of it or at the end of it.